Hey everybody, Jesse with Better CNC here with another video for our Start a Machine Shop series. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how I found my first customers and a couple things I think are good to do to help you find your customers when you get your shop started. The three big things that I did to help build my company right out of the gate is building a website, getting myself set up with all the Google services, primarily Google My Business, and becoming a partner and supplier on Xometry. So for building a website, I think it's important to take a good amount of time and build yourself a nice website, one that your customers are going to want to see. It's a digital marketplace these days. Customers like to go research you, qualify you before they talk to you on the phone, before they step foot in your door. And the website is the pathway that they do that. It gives them a chance to kind of understand, see what your parts are, get a feel for what type of business you are, and if you're someone that they want to further reach out to and further do work with. But before I had my first machine, I probably had my website up 1 to 2 months before that happened, just so it could start existing and getting traction on Google. Second thing I recommend is getting yourself set up on Google My Business. Even if you're working out of your house, you can have it listed without an address. And a big reason to do this is it helps Google rank you higher. It adds validity to your business. So everybody sees that you're not just a website on the internet somewhere, but it gives people a chance to see that Google's verified you. They know you're a real company, and it's just kind of that extra touch. But when I first got my setup on Google and I was still working out of my garage on the floor map, I was ranking in the top 5 for machine shops in my area whenever you look me up. And I think it's primarily because I had a nice website and I had it tied to Google My Business. And the third thing that I couldn't have started without is Xometry. So Xometry, if you don't know what they are, they're a job board essentially for machine shops. Uh, Whenever I sign into Xometry, I have an open list of actual jobs that I can accept or reject at any point in time. And the reason I recommend this is it's for machine shops, it's free to become a supplier. You don't have to pay for the service, you don't have to do anything like that. You do have to qualify. They have a test part that you have to build with some tight tolerances on it. And you have to build that and send it to them, get it verified. But when I first got going, my first year in business, I broke $100,000 my first year in business, and about $70,000 of that was Xometry work. One of the benefits of working with them as well is you can pick and choose the work you want, so you manage your own workload. If you're working full time somewhere else, it gives you the ability to not overload yourself and not have to no bid a lot of customers coming out the door because you decide the work you do right out the gate, and you can give feedback. Xometry pretty regularly comes back with higher prices when you give them feedback. You'll see a lot of naysayers around about Xometry saying it's not worth the money, it's not worth the effort. But from what I've seen, a lot of those guys only do the first handful of jobs. But Xometry really opens up your job board after the first 20 to 30 jobs. Once you do 20 to 30 orders with them, your payout goes up, your lead times stretch out further, so you're not in a rush for everything, and you see a lot more jobs come and go through your board. For myself, I typically do anywhere from $70,000 to $120,000 with Xometry every year since I started. They're usually about 30 to 40% of my revenue. And I use them to fill the gaps between all my other customers. I think it's a great tool to have. It's a great tool to just have access to and get yourself onto. So back to the main 3 things, just to follow up, is build yourself a website. That's the first thing customers are going to see when they look for you. Get yourself on Google My Business just to get that extra validity that you're a real company for your customers to see. And set yourself up as a supplier with Xometry. Because it's a free tool to have, and it's a great tool for starting a machine shop to have access to. That's all I've got for today. Have a good one.